Hi guys, another video. Did a little pickup today from one of my contacts, and I got some really cool stuff that I wanted to show you. Let me just take my keys here. Yeah, like I said, I got some really cool stuff. I got one thing that is almost in mint condition cosmetically. It probably needs a little bit of service. I have done a quick test on it and it powers on. It needs 2 light bulbs for the VU meters. And it probably needs some belts, but it runs and everything. But let me show you. It's really cool. Here it is. It is in very nice condition, as you can see. Even the front is like, wow, almost pristine. It's a Tandberg 3000X. Like I said, I've done some testing on it, and let me see if I can do this the right way. They spin. This is the selector down here. It spins when I take it to the, when you see them from the front to the right and up and down and all that stuff. The only thing is when I do pull this one to the left, it just spins inside, but the wheel is not running. So that tells me that it probably needs a belt. That's about it, I think. It really nice. I was shocked when I got it. And I'm not even going to say how much I paid for it, because it's an insanely good deal. Everything, just even the front silver cover is like in really good condition. Let me put that one down, because now the really 2 cool things comes. Okay dokie, let's see. One is broken. Of course, one of them, both of them needs to be completely restored. One is probably too far gone. It has to be used for parts. So I can probably use parts from, I've never done this before. I never refurbished or restored anything like this in my life. So it will be a first. Let me show you the one that is kind of intact. The one I'm going to try and restore. I can't see any name or brand on any of them. So it's hard to look up. But there's a few given things. Let me show you what it is. Okay, that was the best one. This is the bad one. The neck is broken off the body. It's supposed to sit like there, like that, but you see it's totally busted right there. So these are ukuleles. I strongly believe that these are ukuleles. And based on what I can see, and that's taking into consideration of other things that I know about manufacturing of certain things, and well, wide range of things, is the parts they have used, the screws that they have used, and all that stuff tells me that both of these are from, they're pre-1910. So these are ukuleles from before 1910. So cool. The body on this one is rather okay. The veneer is cracking on and coming off, but that can be re-veneered. It has a little crack in the body on one place, but that can be glued. But the hardware is there. All the hardware is there. Even on the neck and the headstock, you have all the frets, and you have all the tuners. You even have the old nut. And here you have all the tighteners, and you even have the bridge, or whatever you call it on a ukulele. This is where you put the strings in, and you can adjust it and tune it and whatever. So you have all the hardware here. And that is just so cool. So I was thinking, if this one is too far gone, I can use, because they use the same parts almost. Well, they are basically the same parts. So I can take these tuners and put on this one, because this one is missing one tuner. So that means I have all 4 tuners. The hardware, yeah, I can use. Let me put this one down here. Because like you can see, this one is missing the bridge, or whatever you want to call it, on a ukulele, like you have there. So I can take this one off of this one and put on this one. And I can maybe get one good. Because this one doesn't even have cracks in the body. No cracks in the body. This one is probably a little bit newer than this one, because of what I see, what they have done with it. This one is pre-1910. I probably want to say that this is in the 20s somewhere. I mean, I didn't even pay anything for this. He just gave it to me. So, I never restored a ukulele or a banjo or anything like that that is this old at any time in a point in my life. Never done it. It needs a new fretboard. It needs a new nut. It needs to have the trim here re-glued back on, because it's kind of like, you see, it's coming off. So you just glue that one back on. And of course, sanding the body, sanding the neck, sanding the head. Clean it up. And put new head on it, like the skin. And of course, clean all these hardwares and get them up and nice and clean. Get the rust off them. I'm not going to shine them up, because I don't want them to look brand freaking spanking new. Just have them cleaned up, get the rust out of it, and that means I'm going to probably put them in a WD-40 bath. That will take off the surface rust on them. Probably the biggest thing and the most work with this one, because is to put a new fretboard on it. Because if you can see, it has some issues down here, and it's missing, you know, a layer or 2 up here, if you see what I mean. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, because probably used to be, I don't know if they made it in sections or in one whole piece. I can probably try and replace it with something and put pieces in, 2 pieces in, and maybe have it look similar at some point. But you know, the bones are here. The body has no cracks on the inside that I can see. The neck is fairly straight. The head has no big issues. Of course, it has some rubbings on the end and stuff like that, but hey, it's 110, 15 years old. 100, 110, 115 years old. Any of these. So what can you expect, you know? I want to say this is a early 1920. Probably somewhere between 1920 and 23. This one, the other one, is for sure pre-1910. I know that for a fact, just by looking at it. Pretty darn cool. And the thing is, just because this one's missing a tuner, I'm looking at it now, and they are basically the same. Little bit different, not much, but it's so close that I can use one of these on this one. So if any of you are into ukuleles or miniature banyos, or whatever you want to call it, and you have done some restoration of this before, make some comments below, because I really don't know where to start. Well, I know where to start, but the first thing I'm going to do is take the hardware off and get it cleaned up and see what it looks like when it's cleaned, because the wood looks fairly good. Maybe I can just do some light sanding and some staining on the body and the neck and the head, and then just clean the hardware. Like I said, this one has to have most work on the fretboard. So if you know what I can do with the fretboard, please let me know if you have any good ideas, because right now I'm kind of clueless on what to do with it. I'm gonna get this one glued back, and nuts are easy. They can be made, or they can be adjusted to fit, and it can be put on. And there is in fact a nut on this one, on the other one, but it's a little, oh, hold on, it's the same width. I can probably use the nut from this one. So that means I just need some good advice on what to do with this fretboard. I can get skin for the body down here, that's not a problem. So basically, what I'm going to do is take off all the hardware, get it cleaned up, do a light sanding, and do some stain. And then put new skin on, and take the one tuner from that one and put on this one. But like I said, give me some advice on what to do with this fretboard here, or if you know anyone on YouTube who is into this, because like I said, this is not my normal realm of equipment to deal with and repair. I can do speakers all day long, I can do some electronics all day long, but when it comes to body work on ukuleles and banyos this old, I'm kind of like lost here. So basically I know what to do with the foundation and then the basics, but I mean fretboard work, not my strongest side, so I need some help on this one. But I thought they were so freaking cool, so when he said that he had them, and I said, what is this? I said, well, to me it looks like ukuleles, but they're old and they're really messed up. But he said, well, I'm not going to charge you anything for it, so I paid him for the Tandberg 3000X, and he gave me these two, and he said, if you can get them sold, just give me a little bit at the end of the tunnel. I said, that's a good deal, I can do that. So I know this is not like the normal stuff that comes through my door and that I showcase on my channel. I know I've been doing some showcasing of guitars and stuff, but antique ukuleles, not something that's normal for Rossi Audio, that's for sure. But I thought it was too cool and too special to just walk away from. So if you want to help me out, this time I need your help. Let me know. Maybe, what is his name, the guitarologist or something, Brad the guitarologist, can maybe make his comment on this, because I know he's pretty good at restoring old guitars and banyos, I think. So maybe if he can drop a line or two and say what he thinks and give me his advice on what to do, that would be great. So this is the first, I didn't plan on making this video today, but because I got these items, I had to. I had another video planned to record today, so there's another video being recorded today as well that you will see probably simultaneously with this one. And I have already made 1 or 2 videos that will be uploaded, so there will be a cluster of videos uploaded either today or tomorrow. So I probably have to do, because it's going to be a lot of indoor work from now on, because holy shit, winter is coming. I looked at my phone today and to see the weather forecast, and today it's going to be 61 degrees at high point, and it's going to be like 34, 35 degrees overnight, I think it was. And then tomorrow, and the next 3 or 4 days, it's going to be in the low 40s, within the 20s overnight. We're talking 20s here in Memphis. That's freaking winter. It's normally not, this weather is normally not arriving here until like between Christmas and New Year's in January. So we're getting January weather now in October. It's going to be freaking cold for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be in the 30s, low 30s, at high during the day. And it's going to be in the low 20s overnights for the next 2 weeks, except for the next 2 or 3 days. It's winter time. It's coming. So I'm going to be doing a lot of work indoors. Probably make a lot more videos than I have been doing. And that's the thing with winter. I can spend more time doing this because I'm not out that much, roaming around trying to find things. So, but that's for another thing. But yeah, let me know what you think. Oops. Are you into old ukuleles? Are you into old antique music instruments? Then this should be something that catches your eye. Like I said, I can't find any markings on it or any names on it or either any numbers on it. There's nothing. So I can't really look them up. No, nothing. So I don't know what it is. I know what it is, but I don't know what brand it is. I can just estimate the era they were made in. So early 20s and pre-1910 for either one. That's it. And I'm really stoked about the Tandberg 3000X. It will go up on eBay fairly soon because it is in so nice condition. So it's worth doing an adjustment and some belts on it. It should be done either way. So, but it's in so nice condition. And for collectors, if you're not a collector out there, this is something that collectors look for. They look for the ones that are in almost pristine condition cosmetically, because that's the hardest and toughest part to repair. And the most expensive thing to repair. The mechanical, the electronical things can always be repaired. So that's not the biggest issue. Finding them in this condition cosmetically is very difficult. Year, I want to say 1970 to 71, 72. I haven't checked it up yet. I just got into my store, but it looks like a Tandberg from 1970, 71, 72, maybe 73, somewhere in that era. And that means that this one is like almost 50 years old, and it is, I mean, cosmetically, it is near mint, if not mint. Well, it's not mint because it's not out of the box, but it's near mint. Very hard to find. I'm stoked. So take care, and more videos are coming.